So I've been preoccupied for the last couple months. I've got all these unfinished projects and videos and such that I've been working on, and I've come to the decision to just disregard and ignore them all because I just want to start over. So I'm going to show you what I've been working on so I can just start fresh. First things first, I made a hole in my wall, make it look a little bit more professional than what I had there before. I'd bought one of these Black & Decker standing unit indoor air conditioners, and it sucks a lot more than I expected, considering I paid $350 for the darn thing, and it's supposed to be 3 times as powerful as the wall unit that I had. What I didn't know before I bought it was it actually sucks air from the room and sends it outside after it's heated it back up, which is very inefficient, and it's barely working even close to as good as the original air conditioner. Actually, in some places makes the room hotter. So I kind of feel gypped to that. The best investment I made on Amazon this month was actually this hammock. It's a lot better than the air conditioner. The only problem is there's so many mosquitoes outside, it's almost useless. So the problem is I would spray stuff around, but I don't want to kill the spiders, especially the jumping spiders. We get a lot of jumping spiders. So I'll deal with the mosquitoes just to have jumping spiders. I got a whole bunch of different solar lights for the yard, and I cleaned up a bit. Oh yeah, this is the piece of wood that I haven't got rid of from the old plate that was over there. Did a lot of fighting with wasps. Got stung once. Took all my cans, crushed them. Got a can crusher from Harbor Freight. Had Mom out, made a shooting range for us over there. Got one of these pellet rifles. And man, this thing is stronger than I thought it was. So, yeah. Harvested a ton of peppers from these guys. Unfortunately, this guy's on life support. I don't know what's killing it, but hopefully I can keep it live. Weeded out a bunch from the garden over there. My brother was supposed to be weeding it, but it was choking out our tomatoes, so fixed that up. All the cans on our tiki torches had burnt out, so I took some Snapple bottles and put them in. Should have spray painted the Snapple bottles, because what was left of the liquid in some of that stuff had rust in it, and it rusted up the whole bottle. 3D printed these adapters to hold some of these lights on. So it looks like I gotta tighten it up a little bit more because in this heat and the sun it pushes down. Got this all finished finally. It's one of the best investments we made. It doesn't do a whole lot for rain, but it does keep all these vines and bushes and stuff from blocking this area. This light hasn't worked for the last year, so I went ahead and bought a new one and replaced it. The contacts in the old one had just gotten eaten up. This light hasn't even worked for like 2 years. Ooh, that focus is bad on there. Yeah, it was the ballast on the old light broke, so I just bought an LED light. Went up in the attic to fix the wiring, and I'll just show you the picture of what that wiring looked like. I'm just glad the house didn't burn down. This I spent way too much money on. I think it was like $350, which still isn't bad for what it is. And the idea for that is to fix the porch, because the porch, well, I'll show you here. The porch itself needs a little bit of work to it. So I'm just going to grind down this wood, repaint it, and hopefully that'll be the end of that. But that'll be a project I'll get to eventually. My brother started replacing this light, but realized one of the bolts on here is busted, so I gotta back that out and get the cover back on. In a previous video I showed all the paint had peeled off the hood of my car. I went ahead and repainted it, and eventually I'll repaint the whole car again with just Rust-Oleum spray paint, because I'm not going to spend a couple $100 repainting this car. But I decided to put a neat little pattern on it this time. A little bit more Gurren Lagann theme to the car to make it stand out a little bit. Still got the drill bit in the inside there. Here's all that lettuce I had started growing in a different video. Grabbed some basil from the garden there, popped it in here. And I started growing a couple more peppers in here. Hopefully they last. This is probably the biggest disappointment I've had this month. This giant can of spray paint. I bought it, it was like $8. I'm like, huh, alright, it's got like tons of spray paint in it. It should just be a normal can. I should have popped off the nozzle to see it's got this crazy looking nozzle on it. I'm like, alright, well, I guess it should still be fine, right? Here, let me show you how it actually sprays. It's awful. I don't know who designed this, but good grief. It's supposed to be a wide nozzle, but look how even that coverage is. The heck is going on down here? I tried to paint something the other day and oversprayed on some parts and undersprayed on others. It's like, what am I supposed to do with this? Am I supposed to use this to paint a fence? It's like, what was this designed for? Besides that, the company's just had me training people at work. I was sick last week, which you might be able to tell by my voice. It hasn't completely returned yet. And yeah, I guess I'll get started on new stuff and ignore everything that I'd been working on before, and maybe actually edit this video today. But I definitely have to mow the grass.